gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow. Welcome back to Home My Bev podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only, the Gym Shark himself, DTF. Dylan,
Hello there.
how's it going?
Perfect timing for the hello there, as new Star Wars comes out tomorrow, and Alex Hale is very excited about it. Probably the most excited I know.
Yeah, most excited person I know about this show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm personally excited. Like
I'm
I
just excited
told
for
you
some.
guys, like I'm just going in very low expectation.
Yeah, so does it come out tomorrow night, or is it during the day? Like, is it tomorrow or tomorrow night?
Ooh, that's a good question because I think Ahsoka came out
It was like,
Tuesday night.
yeah, it was like 9 p.m., which I
Yeah.
do like. I like that release. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Ah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be at
so
work.
that'll be a on the couch with the surround sound on in the dark.
I'm gonna have to wait till I get home. Oh, but I'm off that next day. So
That's okay.
yeah. Keep it.
I'm just excited for some lightsabers.
Oh yeah, me too, man. Um,
But even more
but
excited. So
yeah,
you
go
were
ahead.
saying, how have I been? Things have been great. Um, been at the Guardians a lot. Been doing stuff. I'm also checking off 2 ballparks this summer. I had already told you about Cincinnati, and I think I told you about Wrigley Field. We've added another one to the list. We're going to see a Milwaukee Brewers game in at the end of this month.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Do you know what game you're going or what
Yeah,
series?
it's the Rangers series.
Oh, sick. That'd be a good series.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
past World Series champs.
yeah. Well, funny enough that you said that, we're gonna be talking about the Brewers a little bit later in this podcast.
Oh,
Yes. I think you've probably had to have seen something on it. It's in
Frank
the
the Tank?
notes. Oh,
Oh,
no, but that's a good point. Frank the Tank. Did you see that Frank the Tank was in Amherst actually?
yeah.
You went to Hot Dog. Have you ever been to that place, Hot Dog Heaven?
Yeah. Because I grew up in Wellington, which is just south of there.
Yeah. Is it as
You
good as
know,
everyone has told me it is?
I would say, yeah. So I don't know why my notes just doesn't work. Um,
That's so stupid.
it hasn't updated since Super Bowl Sunday.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
In the
God.
whole my Bev Awards.
Wow. Damn. All right, we're gonna have to get that fixed.
I don't know why my phone's so janky.
You're silly. My notes have been acting weird. I did a couple updates ago. My notes have been really, really weird.
Are
I
they
don't know if it has to do
leaking?
with my iCloud or
Do you think somebody's trying to leak those Christmas pictures of us?
oh,
It's probably Dave.
oh, that bastard.
Speaking of Dave, I just saw randomly a reel popped up on my Instagram feed of the Franklin Brewing Company in Iowa that we got the mango fed from. And they said that the Wookie cookies and cream is off tap now. So I'm hoping that's still in cans, and I'm hoping he can still come through and get some because I'd still really like to try that beer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not a huge cookies and cream
If
person,
not,
but I'll
it would
definitely try it.
see that's more up my alley. I love stouts and dark beers, so I will be most excellently excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike stouts. They're typically not my favorite, but there is some darker beers that I do like. Would Heffenweiser be considered a darker beer or no?
Mm, full body, not dark. I don't know how
No.
you describe it. It's a very German beer, though.
Yeah. I'm trying
At
to think of a
the
dark
Hoffa
beer that
House.
I like. Huh?
At the Hoffer House.
House.
Porter stouts. Some IPAs are really dark, but then some IPAs are really light, as we've seen.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like amber ales or red amber ales. Mm, black, a black IPA. There's a bunch.
Yeah. I just know how to hold my bev. That's all I know.
Hold my bev. Brought to you by
Yes.
High Noon. Which have you had the High Noon iced teas?
I have not tried one yet.
They're good.
They're good, but all right, okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Are you a big iced tea person?
So funny you should ask. I never liked twisted tea. And I'm trying to
Okay.
be careful with how I say this. I never liked twisted tea because it just tasted off to me. And I also didn't want to ruin the taste of sweet tea because growing up, like peach iced tea was just like a delicacy to me.
Okay. Okay.
And as I've gotten older, I like tea a little bit more. So I tried one of those, not the Sun Cruiser, but it was the other one, and it was pretty good. Then I had the Sun Cruiser, and I think that's actually my favorite ice or the vodka iced tea. But the High Noon pack itself is just complete. It's so great with the peach, the lemon, the raspberry, and the original iced tea flavor. They go down so smooth. You don't taste the alcohol.
As long as it's better than the Happy Dad iced teas, it just
I think
do not try the Happy Dad iced teas. If you're scared of ruining iced tea for yourself, don't try the Happy Dad ones.
I think all of these are better than the Happy Dads. Surfside, that was the other one. Surfside, Sun Cruiser, and High Noon, they've all got some great flavors. You can get the Surfside ones at the Guardians game.
Oh,
Um,
really?
mm, I've got the iced tea High Noons in my fridge. I keep finding them everywhere. Like they're popping up more and more, but definitely worth the try. They're not carbonated, so you gotta get over that like idea of like the seltzer. Like it's legit iced tea.
Okay. I think I might enjoy that more then. Now that you say that.
They go down so fast. My cousin was over in the hot tub the other night, and I think him and I polished the whole 8 pack and some of the normal high noons within like 2 hours, just kicking it back.
Yeah. I was off all of or most of last week. Um and the one day, probably 2 hour span by myself, found myself in Caitlin's parents' pool. Uh just drank the whole pack to myself. Didn't even realize it. Just drank a whole 12 pack of high noons to myself. It didn't really hit me. It didn't really hit me though until I got out of the pool and I'm like, whoa. This is when I was climbing up the ladder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll do it to you.
Yeah. I knew it was a problem when I was double fisting high noons. Just going flavor by flavor, essentially.
I've got a bachelor trip this weekend, and my cousin's a lightweight, so we've been trying to prep him for it. So I thought that would have been a good idea, but can't hang with the big boys.
Unfortunate.
Did I ever tell you who won the Masters?
No, no, you didn't.
I never sent you the winning poster.
Was it Gorilla?
No, but wait till you see it. I'm sending it to you right now so you can get a live reaction of who the Masters champion was.
Am I gonna
I
have a
thought
hard time believing it?
I thought I told you this.
No. I, there's no shot. Are you kidding me?
What you're seeing, folks, is the face of a shocked man. Our award-winning listener, Dave Corrigan, won the Masters with his handicap. You got to remember he had 40 strokes off of his score with his handicap, so if he even played decent, he was going to win.
Yeah.
So, shout out
Damn.
Big Dave.
Yeah, I didn't take into consideration the handicap. Damn. With the green jacket and everything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Where did you get that picture? Where did you get that picture?
Which one?
What? What of him going like this?
He's holding a cigar.
He's
That
holding a
was
cigar.
Yeah, that was on
He
my
looks like
deck.
he. Oh, I see the cigar now. It looks like he's trying to compose music.
No, that was on my deck at the cookout that you were supposed to come to.
Yeah.
That man was hammered.
Oh, I bet he was getting there at the end of the back nine.
Yeah, well, you gotta do it when you go out in Masters fashion, so
Shit. Yeah. So does that mean no? That's if you win the league, you get a bobblehead, right?
correct. So he
When do
just
you?
won the jacket.
Oh, he won the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn. I don't know why I had a gut feeling you were gonna tell me that it was him or Matt. But Matt's a decent golfer, isn't he?
Matt's a really good golfer, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
because
I
his
only
handicap's so low.
yeah, I never have golfed actually with him. He's always
Hmm.
been like a group or two ahead of me.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this podcast. Let's get into some sports news. So, Dylan, I know you're a big Hard Knocks fan, and you were probably really excited to see that the
Yes.
Chicago Bears are going to be on this year's Hard Knocks.
2 years in a row, I'll be at the Hall of Fame game with the Hard Knocks crew there. Get the Jets, and then we got the Bears this year, which gonna be crazy. Gonna have a lot of Caleb Williams. I feel like we're gonna have a whole episode with just Caleb Williams. Um, I think it's gonna be great though. Though there will probably be some drama about some Justin Fields stuff that they'll bring up. I would assume just talking about the decision making of going with Williams over him, and
Yeah, it'd
I
probably
don't
be the
know, maybe
very
they won't
first
at
like
all, but.
episode. I could see it being like the
Hmm.
first
I
episode and
am
then
excited.
just going through it.
I will say though, I am very excited for the off-season Hard Knocks with the Giants because it is a dumpster fire over there right now. Did did you read all of that stuff about Darren Waller and his divorce song?
Oh, I've been paying attention to this for a while. That dude, I used to be proud of the dude. I don't know what the hell is going on with him now.
Unbelievable.
Dude was lucky to get another chance in the NFL. Granted, this is completely different from his original reasonings because he couldn't stay off weed and he had an alcohol problem. But dude gets
Can
traded to
we
the
agree that
Giants and then just hits rock bottom.
can we agree that he fumbled the bag?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
All right. Leave a comment or
Maybe just me. Maybe just me, but
leave a
unpopular
comment below if
opinion.
he fumbled the
Unpopular
bag.
opinion. Call me crazy.
I mean, the WNBA is getting a lot of love right now.
Yeah, but they're hating on Caitlin Clark like crazy right now.
Well, I'm saying, okay, bad
I
wording.
know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Like that's all anyone's talking about is the WNBA. Like, where has this been? You cannot tell me this is because oh, it's just the nature of the game. No, this is Caitlin Clark.
It is Caitlin Clark. It brought all the attention, and some of these other players now are getting the attention they wanted. Angel Reese actually just had a recent comment. They played last night against the Indiana Fever, and I don't know. People are getting like beyond jealous of Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not calling Angel Reese a scrub by any means necessary. She's awesome to watch, but let me find the exact quote before I butcher it. Well, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
she was saying something. Well, no, I'm sorry. She's only getting like 10 points a game, and she currently has a 0.3 point percentage. So people were like, "Yeah, well, we ain't watching the WNBA for you."
Yeah, she said, I'll look back in 20 years and be like the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too. I want you all to realize that. I mean, she's good, don't get me wrong, but like, let's be
Yeah,
real.
but she wasn't the best player in LSU.
No,
She wasn't the best player in LSU.
she was definitely one of them,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
definitely was
still,
not the best.
I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know their complete history, but it's a villain mentality. I mean, you can't tell a story of Caitlin Clark without telling the story of Angel Reese and the Crown, and you know, there's definitely something there. Like she is a part of the story, but
Yeah.
if you were to ask me whose career is going to last longer, probably Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be, successful in their own careers, but I mean, I find, Caitlin Clark jerseys everywhere. You know, she's definitely a big reason, and I'm not saying that Angel Reese is not a big reason why the WNBA is getting more coverage, because I mean, she plays for the Chicago Sky, I believe it is.
Hmm.
But see, I had to think of what team she played for. Everyone knows
Yeah.
now that Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever.
It's so crazy because this is what people thought that Sabrina was going to do.
Yeah, and I mean, she did a decent job. They got more coverage for sure, but nothing like Caitlin Clark.
I just saw Sabrina in a commercial the other day, and I thought it was funny because people haven't talked about her a lot lately. It's probably I mean, I'm sure people are still talking about her, but since like the All-Star weekend when she performed against Stephen Curry, in the general public eye, and she's got a commercial out there, and it's nice that the WNBA is getting commercials that are on TV, and they you would think that the league is supposed to be just as big as the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely like the direction that they're going in now.
Hmm.
Um, they're not flying commercial anymore, suppose, and that's getting a little bit more attention than I think it should, but it's showing that these teams are getting money now, for sure.
Did you listen to Pardon My Take when they're talking about Carlos Boozer
Yeah.
with LeBron, how they all hated LeBron, like, oh, he could help us out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the attention that Caitlin Clark's getting too. Like, even some
Oh
of her own
yeah.
teammates
Yeah,
don't
she's
like
kind of
her.
getting like like you said, LeBron James, or I would even compare it to Lonzo Ball. When Lonzo Ball first got in the league, uh, everyone was going after him. I just hit my head on that.
Yeah, but I mean, his dad did that to him too. He put a target on his back.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see
Which,
the photo of Lonzo and Ben Simmons working out?
yeah, ass shape, ass sharpening ass.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go again. It's almost time for the yearly photo of Ben Simmons working out.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say we already got one, I think, last week.
We did, but that was the joke was, oh, here we go again. And we're in that part of the cycle where it's you're here.
Yeah. Aye, aye, aye. Um, anyways, back to the NFL. We had Justin Jefferson actually just today sign the biggest or become the highest paid non-QB in NFL history, inking a 4-year, $140 million extension with the Minnesota Vikings. I think we kind of expected this to happen. I mean,
Yeah, but
you gotta
now
keep him
Jamar
around,
Chase,
especially since he didn't pay Kirk Cousins.
yeah, Jamar Chase is fucked. Well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the Bengals are fucked, not Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah, they gotta trade T. Higgins now.
hmm But does this beg the question, did AB know what was coming and got that contract with Jerry Judy before the market hit? Was that smart?
Uh, I so see now that you bring that up, I would actually say yes. Not that Jerry Judy was going to get anything close to that money, but you think about it. Before Justin Jefferson, before Jaylen Waddle, which we'll talk about here in a second, um, you had a lot of young wide receivers that were getting ready to get paid and are getting ready to get paid. So you got now CeeDee Lamb, you got Jamar Chase. Um, let's see, Devontae Smith got signed, so that was smart of the Eagles. I believe AJ Brown signed an extension as well just recently. Um, oh, and you got T. Higgins now, who's gonna want to get paid by someone. I mean, when
Yeah.
you think about it, it's top 10 talent right there, all right there alone.
Yeah,
And
I'm still not gonna believe that he's gonna or Jerry Judy's gonna be our number one wide receiver just off the bat.
no,
But I'd like to
no.
believe that he'll be a part of our future.
As long as he plays good. I mean, if he plays like the player that everyone thought he was gonna be, that's gonna be awesome. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I wasn't a fan of giving him the money that we did, but you know, gotta keep some young talent around because our team, whether we want to really look at it or not, we're getting older. I mean, Nick Chubb, he's what, 27, 28?
hmm
Uh, our lines all in their early to mid 30s now. Other than Jones and Wills, but Wills isn't gonna probably be on the team after this year. I won't even be surprised if he gets traded this offseason still, because Jones played that good.
Jones was a dog.
Um, Amari Cooper, he's early 30s right now. Um, and he's in the last year of his contract. I would love to see him stay, but I don't know if they can make it happen.
hmm
This Deshaun contract's really just screwing everything up now. So he's got to prove that he's worth it this year, or else we got to look to somehow either buy him out of his contract or do something. But I'm not going to talk too much on that until we get into the season.
Fair enough.
But since I mentioned Jaylen Waddle, he did sign an extension um, with the Dolphins, 3 years, $85 million. So now both him and Tyreek have gotten paid. Tyreek probably is not going to play too much longer. I think he's got like a season or two left in him, according to what he had said before, that he just wants to play out his contract and retire, which I think is crazy because I think he could still play for quite a while, but
Oh yeah.
I don't think he really wants to play when he's not one of the best. Which I respect that. I respect that.
Go out on top like Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, because you see players like Julio Jones, who personally was one of my favorite wide receivers growing up. I was just literally watching highlights earlier this morning of him. It came up on Twitter, and I'm like, damn, I forgot how much I loved watching Julio Jones growing up and how pissed I am. Every highlight reel, it shows the Browns trading that pick to the Falcons, and we drafted Brandon Whedon.
Yep. I was
Makes
a
me
big
mad
fan
every
of
time.
I was a big fan of Larry Fitzgerald, and seeing him get old too was like, man, he had a good run, but it's weird because he still isn't officially retired.
He hasn't?
He never, no, he never declared for retirement. He just kind of vanished into thin air.
Damn, that's weird.
Yeah.
I swore he retired.
Nope.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
not
because
sure what's going on
he's
there.
not even in the Madden games anymore.
Mm-mm.
Huh. I did not realize he did not retire. Nico Collins also got his extension with the Texans. 3 years, $72 million. So if him and CJ Stroud keep it going, even with Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell coming back, uh, that looks like it's gonna be a pretty solid contract as long as he plays.
Yeah, and I don't really think that Stephon Diggs will be there that much longer. I mean,
No, the way it's set up right now is it's a 1 year deal, and if
yeah,
he sucks, oh well,
right.
took a flyer. But speaking of Stephon Diggs' old team, did you see that they signed Gable Stevenson, who won a gold medal in wrestling and was a
Yep.
two-time NCAA champion in wrestling?
I think
Um,
he also went to WWE.
he tried out for the WWE, but he was cut.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
I feel
he's
like this is a
only 24
big
years old, but he looks like a freakish athlete.
I feel like this is a big gamble to bring in somebody to play in the D line that's never played the D line, but you're gonna bring him in because he's an athlete.
I mean, I guess see what you got. I mean, he
Yeah.
had to have tested really well for them to, seriously offer him a contract.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, why not see? Did you hear anything about the Jaguars' dilemma on their team playing to London?
I did hear about it, and I cannot believe that that was a real thing.
I just find it way too hard to believe. I believe the Brandon McManus part, but
What else? It was the kicker and who else?
well, according to reports, um, that team playing there was like an ungodly amount of marijuana and
Oh yeah.
alcohol that was not supposed to be on that plane. But like an ungodly amount of marijuana being smoked.
Nice.
And then Brandon McManus got charged with what was it, sexual misconduct
Mm-hmm.
by two of the flight attendants. Um, and he just signed a contract with the Washington Commanders this offseason and is now officially cut.
And they don't have a kicker going into OTAs.
Yep.
Crazy.
We'll give him Cade York.
Yeah.
I keep
You,
forgetting
you
that
you
he's back
wonder
on the team.
you wonder if we brought him on as as like a placeholder in case somebody needs a kicker, we can be like, oh, we'll trade you.
My guess is there's still rumors that Dustin Hopkins is still having some issues, which I pray to God he that's not true.
Seriously though.
Yeah, because I do not want Cade York to be kicking week 1. Maybe kickoff
No.
only, but because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure that's
mean,
how Hopkins got hurt was kickoff.
yeah, it was the Texans game. He ran down to stop the guy who ran back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Which
Uh,
they're so weird about that whole thing with like really not telling us what was wrong with them, but
yeah, they were pretty shady about it. Um,
we
yeah. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get into the NBA. We finally got our NBA Finals matchup. It's going to be starting on Thursday. We got the Boston Celtics taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Um, or as Alex likes to call Dylan's favorite player, because Dylan's the only Luca fan.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I will be wearing the fuck out of my Luca jersey the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I am too. I probably am gonna wear mine Thursday.
Oh, is Thursday the first game?
Yeah, in Boston.
Perfect.
Yeah, Thursday night. This is also going to be a really cool series in general. We got two revenge players on both teams. Um, Kyrie going to be playing against Boston and then Porzingis against Dallas, which, both the players kind of did the teams dirty in their own way, even though Dallas did
Hmm.
Porzingis more dirty than anything. Um,
And Grant Williams played for both teams.
yep, Grant Williams, got to be salty right now because he left Boston to go play with Dallas, and Dallas traded him for PJ Washington.
Hmm.
Um, Also, I saw on part of my take, or I picked up on part of my take, the Wizards stat. A Wizards
Yeah, I
player.
think
A
that's
Wizards
crazy.
player is gonna win another title because Gafford plays on the Mavericks and then Porzingis on Celtics. It's a crazy stat though. I didn't even think about it.
But the Wizards will never get there.
What was it, the last 5 years a Wizards player or former Wizards player has won the
I
championship?
didn't get to actually see the stat, but I know they said that like it's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a few consecutive years, so that's gonna live on one more year. Um, but Dylan, I would like to get your series predictions. Um, who's winning this series? How many games?
I think that the Mavs will shock the world and take game one, but then the Celtics will take the next two. Mavs will take game four in Dallas. It'll be 2-2. They go back to Boston. Boston goes up 3-2. Mavs win in Dallas. Comes down to game seven. And I'm gonna ride with the Kyrie Irving game winner.
Ooh, okay,
Game
okay,
seven. Kyrie
okay.
knows how to play game seven.
That is true. Um, I also do like the Mavs a lot. I am going to be rooting for the Mavericks. Not only because the Celtics beat the Cavs, but if you didn't know already, the Celtics are my least favorite team in the NBA. Um, I'm going to be rooting hard for the Mavs, especially since Luka's my favorite player. Um, but it's gonna be a dogfight. It's not gonna be a easy matchup for anyone. Um, I'm gonna go with you with Dallas in 7.
Let's go.
It's either gonna be Dallas in 7 or Boston in 6.
Cavs for Mavs, baby.
But literally, I kid you not, game for game, what you said was exactly what I was gonna say. And I promise you guys, we did not talk about this before.
We did not.
We did not. It's very hard for me not to tell Dylan. It's very hard for me not to tell Dylan because I always try to save it for the podcast. Um, But did you see, since we're talking about NBA, did you see Gordon Hayward's wife going off on social media?
No.
She was popping off on the Oklahoma City Thunder for trading for Gordon Hayward and not using him.
No, I completely missed that.
Oh yeah, she was going off. And then she was going after people in the comments too. I mean,
Is
good for
he
her
is
defending her husband.
is he just a free agent right now?
Yeah, now he is. But he felt like it was like a wasted year because I don't know if you picked it up. I think it was part of my take that mentioned it. He did not score 1 point in the playoffs, but played like the 30-ish minutes, 30, 40
Really?
minutes. Yeah.
Oh wow. I completely missed
Did
that
not
stat.
make one shot.
Wow. Wow.
He was
Unbelievable.
literally just out there as a decoy. And
Oh,
then this all came out or she started making comments when their GM Sam Presti publicly made a comment saying that trading for Gordon Hayward was a huge mistake and he owns up to it. I'm like, That's rough." So something had to happen between Hayward and the front office there. It's
hmm.
crazy because you don't really ever hear anything bad about Gordon Hayward.
No, not. I mean, I've not heard anything about him since the fall,
Yeah.
the week one, right after we get the rings in Cleveland, game one of the World Series, and he falls and busts his fucking knee or his leg wide open.
Yeah, his first game as a Celtic.
Gosh, that was supposed to
I
be such a
still
big trade too at the time.
Oh yeah, I still couldn't believe that what was I gonna say? I still couldn't believe Charlotte gave him such a big contract too, because it's not like he
Yeah.
played that great in Boston after he came back.
No, I mean he was a stud in Utah.
Yeah.
He was a stud.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted the Cavs to get him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought that was crazy. The Cavs are going to be interviewing a couple of head coaches. Not really too big of fans of any of them, in my opinion. Atkinson would be okay. He probably has the best reputation of the people that I've seen. Um, Maybe that Bryant guy from New York, Johnny Bryant.
Yeah.
He coached Donovan Mitchell in Utah, I believe, or was an assistant with Utah. Um, but I've tried not paying too much attention to it because Cavs Twitter's a mess right now.
Mm-hmm. There's so many boobs on Twitter right now.
Are you talking about the Oilers?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I know.
It's it's everywhere you look.
Ay, ay, ay. Hey, they're in the Stanley Cup.
Yep. Loyal to the oil.
Um, let's see. Oh, let's go ahead and talk about that Brewers controversy that I was telling you about, the Tommy Fan and William Contreras beef.
Ah, yes. This is a good one. I did hear about this. So I was wondering if this is where I was gonna go, but I
Yes.
thought maybe Frank to tank it first. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm trying to just get a better understanding on what the hell he was so pissed about. Was it that Contreras was blocking home plate?
That was my understanding.
Yeah. Like I get it, but Contreras was the one that was yelling at Tommy Fan.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It seemed like a situation that just escalated out of nowhere.
And then he's like, I'm ready to fucking beat the shit out of anybody.
Yeah, I just had a fly in front of me too.
Weird.
Yeah. Do you think it went through the camera?
It might have.
That's freaky. Um, oh, we also did get very good news and then some bad news. Um, well, not bad news for us, bad news for one of our listeners on this podcast. Um, The good news is, though, Angel Hernandez decided to retire from MLB umpiring. Thank God. It's about damn time. That strike zone was getting ridiculous. Um, Bad news, for our fellow listener Blake. Ronald Acuna is out for the remainder of the season.
Oh yes, he texted me and said, "Bro, he's out." I'm like, "Yeah, just in time for the Guardians to get hot." But obviously, you know, if it was to happen to us, if Jose Ramirez went down tomorrow, I couldn't live with myself knowing that our season's over. I mean, somebody like Jose going down probably would be the end of the season.
Oh yeah, it's already bad enough with Bieber.
Yeah, but you know what? We have fought through everything to get to where we are today without Shane Bieber.
Oh
Two
yeah,
wins, two
absolutely.
wins, and that was it. But like I said, if it comes down to it and it's those two wins that gets us the first spot, or if it's those two wins that keeps us in the wild card, you know, somebody will credit Shane Bieber. Hey, we couldn't have done it without Shane Bieber. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, the big story right now is David Fry. And Quan is back. I mean, we are about to start unloading on teams.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna do anything at the deadline?
I think we have a lot of talent, and I think someone's going to be on the move. I'd like to hear what Alex Hale has to say about it, but I truthfully think someone's going to be on the move because we do have a lot coming up, and I think they don't know what to do with it. I mean, you can't just hold on to everybody forever in the farm system.
Well, yeah, and our team's playing way better than they expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, we gotta do something with this.
We have trade capital is what we have.
Yeah.
You might not be able to get big market players because of money, but you can trade some valuable players to get some B-listers at least. I mean,
Or even a big market player. I mean,
hmm
if our pipeline's like good, why not? Why not dump some of it to go get a, all-star or, top tier
hmm
player? Um, I know I'm all in for that. Especially with a lot of our roster being really young, other than players like Jose.
bring
Why
Frankie
not?
Lindor home.
No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. We need shortstop, but
Rookie is doing really good defensively. He's not a great batter. I think he's batting in like the ninth spot, but he's having a good defensive year.
yeah, no, I would agree. I would agree with that. I don't know. I wish he was in Arias' spot and Arias was on another organization.
Yes.
He's just had stinker after stinker after stinker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Talking about stinkers, Jorge Lopez really stunk himself out.
He's on the worst fucking team.
Worst fucking team in the MLB. Um, and now he's not on the worst fucking team in the MLB. He's on no team. I don't
But
think anyone picked him up.
nah, it'll take some time.
But was he even that good enough to really get picked up by someone?
I don't think so.
I didn't even hear about him until I saw a picture of someone holding his glove in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
And then the video of him tossing it in the stands.
It's not
But
as
I
bad
thought that
as
was crazy.
I still don't think that's as bad as Trevor Bauer throwing the baseball.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't know how he didn't get suspended or a worse penalty than that. That was awful.
Earning you.
I still remember that. Thank God there was no one in center field
Mm-hmm.
because that ball, it wasn't like he just tossed it. He launched that. I wish they would have tracked how far he threw that ball.
All the stats.
Yeah. If there's a video like that, I need someone to tell me. I need to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Dylan, was there anything you wanted to talk about on this episode?
Oh boy, a lot of pressure. Scotty Scheffler's free. Did you get all that?
Yep, he's a
Gotta
free
fucking
man.
love
The man got his $80 pants fixed.
it.
Oh, did you see about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul getting postponed?
I did hear that, which sucks because that night is Gabby's birthday and my cousin's wedding, and I was so looking forward to being hammered watching the fight from the hotel wedding bar on my phone on Stream East. Oh no, it's on Netflix.
It's on
So on
Netflix,
Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, bummed that it's um currently delayed, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Tyson had an ulcer flare up. I don't know what you do in a situation like that, having a stadium like AT&T, because they were doing it at Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, how do you replan that? I don't know.
I
I wish
mean,
I knew more about boxing.
yeah.
I love watching it, but I don't know shit about it. I'm not no Max Kellerman.
Yeah. Luckily he was able to well, luckily this is a month and a half or 2 months really before the show. So I mean people can reschedule flights and whatnot, but that's the biggest thing is just the inconvenience of traveling and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, that and a lot of these fighters, they train their body week by week,
Mm.
knowing when like their body can be in peak shape going into that fight.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I thought that was unfortunate because I really want Mike Tyson to win, but it looks like this is at least showing that he's training hard as shit for this.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm looking and I don't have much else. And we got a lot coming up with the finals. We got the NHL Stanley Cup finals. Um,
Oh, did you see Tariq Cohen's back in the NFL?
who?
Tariq Cohen?
No.
Yeah, he signed with the Jets. He's gonna attempt an
Wow.
NFL comeback.
Hey, do what you gotta do, brother.
Yep.
Hmm.
Uh, but other than that, I can't think of
Yeah.
anything else to talk about on this episode.
No, I think that's about it for now. I mean, I'm sure tomorrow morning this will get posted and something will come out that we're gonna say, "What the fuck? We missed it by 12 hours."
Oh yeah, something crazy like shit. Something crazy like Shador Sanders transfers to Ohio State University.
Don't want that drama.
No, I don't either. I like the team that we have right now, and we're gonna rock with it.
Yep.
But my point is, it's gonna be something big like that, like Tua Tagovailoa, the new quarterback of the Carolina Panthers.
Gross.
Yeah, that would be really gross. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. We're gonna get back on a schedule. I'm in the process of moving. You can see a couple of the boxes behind me. So a couple weeks, I'll be all moved into the new place. Um, and other than that, Dylan, I'm gonna let you close us out.
Make sure that if you gamble responsibly. Unlike our friend the lad, who's been missing for almost 4 months. Bring him home to us if you see him in the casino. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Love you guys.
Go Mavs.